What is up, you guys? It is James Gameth here with a review for Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy. Now you will hear some of my first reactions in the background, but most of this is just going to be my post commentary, or at least that's what you should be listening to. For those of you who don't know what this game is, Crash Bandicoot was originally released on the PlayStation 1, and because of his popularity, he basically became a poster boy for the PlayStation, spawning 2 sequels and 2 spin-offs, all released on the PlayStation 1, as well as continuing on to the PlayStation 2 and other consoles in the future. Now, I never played the original Crash, but I remember playing the other 4 constantly. Crash was my childhood. He was right up there with Spyro the Dragon as one of my favorite video game characters, so it goes without saying that I am a fan of Crash. With that said, how does this remaster version hold up to the originals? Well, first off, the graphical update is amazing. The beautiful color palettes the original game used are enhanced tenfold in this game. The world becomes more realized when you take a second look at the finer details in the backgrounds of the stages, and even Crash himself. Crash looks more child-friendly without all the sharp edges of polygons jetting out every corner that the original tried so hard to work around. Obviously, there were some limitations back in the day, but with those gone, Crash has been fully realized as what I always wish he looked like. Even the cutscenes and music from the original have been revamped to immerse you even more into this new experience. I think that's the best way to explain this game visually. A new experience. Sadly, I can't say the same for the gameplay. These 3 games are remasters and nothing else. Every single level, cutscene, boss, box, and Wampa Fruit are exactly where the originals were, minus a few items that were able to be glitched earlier in the game. I did find a few glitches though, where you soft locks Crash and you have to wait until it kills you to start the level over again. Luckily it does that quickly before you restart your system like you used to have to do back in the day. This game reminds you why you never beat any games you played as a kid. They are unforgivable with the timing of jumps and distance away you are from enemies, and the enhanced graphics don't do any help in the slightest. The controlling of your character is terrible. You will find yourself jumping at the same boxes for several seconds, not being able to break them. Either you didn't hold jump long enough, or you held it too long and you jump right over it. The stress I felt playing this game can be compared to standing a coin on its side and then trying to balance another coin on top of that. Most of this gameplay comes from the first few stages of Crash Warped. The first few stages. The Coco levels are enough to make you regret your decision on buying this game. The platforming in this game was created by Satan himself. The controls are hard to explain to someone who hasn't played it, but I'll assure you, controllers will be smashed during the playing of this game. Well, I guess it's partially on me. In Crash Warp, the main goal is to collect purple crystals and then complete the stage, but there's also a challenge of breaking all the boxes, which nets you a silver gem. This challenge is made impossible on how hard the game fights you in trying to complete this task, like in the Coco Runner with Puma. Since you can't turn around, missing a box means restarting the level. Places in certain stages become impossible to access if boxes are broken in the incorrect order. Some stages require you to completely retrace your steps in order to get all the boxes, which is almost impossible because the camera doesn't realign when you turn around, making it a guessing game of what gap or enemy is 2 feet in front of you. Speaking of enemies, here's a word of advice. Avoid them at all costs. The hitboxes make no sense. Oh, you stop spinning a millisecond before you touched an enemy, so you die. Every encounter with an enemy becomes a life or death situation, a fight or flight situation. Pick flight. You'll have to adjust the position of the Crash a lot so you don't miss jumps, and you'll have to spam the spin button before you get to an enemy, hoping that they don't hit you before you hit them. Mix this in with the terrible controls and you'll start to question your existence in this world. I'm ranting on at this point. My biggest issue with this game is that it doesn't fix the problems Crash had. such as wonky controls and mechanics that inhibit the player from completing it. Instead, it dresses those problems in fancy clothes, hoping you won't notice them. Well, as the saying goes, if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. And this game is an abomination. I've been asked to do a playthrough of this game, and I was unsure at first, but I want to do it as a warning to all buyers not to play this game. Let me go through the pain so you don't have to. But I wanted to get this review out before I did that, so you knew the mindset I had going into this game. As you can see from some of this gameplay, it shows how difficult it is to complete such simple tasks as hitting a box or dodging a bomb. The charm of this game is worn on its sleeve. Once you really get into the gameplay, it becomes physically difficult to play. Just watching this gameplay back is giving me anxiety. My advice for you guys, don't get this game. It's good for nostalgic purposes, but on a surface level, it's all it's going to do for you. All it's going to do is give you nice graphics to look at for a bit, and then you remember why you hated this game as a kid. It brings back repressed memories. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like or a comment. I'm hoping to be able to do more things like this, more different things on my channel instead of just the sheer gameplay video or commentary on whatever game I might be playing at the time, and be able to do more things where I can do this post commentary so I can give you more think pieces on games that I've been playing. Maybe not always games, maybe it'll be something else in the future. Hopefully I can do different things and hopefully you guys will like it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Jameth Gameth. Peace out. What the fuck was that? Come on. Oh man. Oh man. This game just reminds me why I don't like this game. Oh my god. This game my fucking thing, so I never have to do that again. Can I get the purple crystal?